Hello my dear friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I'm Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about the year-end review of NITI Aayog. So in this lecture we will be discussing about the initiatives taken by NITI Aayog in the last 1 year for various sectors and also for the central state cooperation, international cooperation, etc. So we will discuss about all the initiatives or all the work done by NITI Aayog in the last 1 year. So that will be the year-end review of NITI Aayog. So let us start. First of all, let us see what are the initiatives and programs of NITI Aayog in the last 1 year. The first one is assessing states' performance. So here in assessing states' performance, NITI Aayog has taken several initiatives like bringing out various indices for measuring the outcomes of various state programs, state initiatives, etc. So that is assessing states' performance. So NITI Aayog has finalized certain indices to measure the incremental annual outcomes in terms of various social sector initiatives of the states. For example, the District Hospital Index. This index was initiated and developed by NITI Aayog, and the purpose of this index is to measure and monitor the performance of hospitals at the district level, and this is based on the outcome and also the output of the hospitals. So this is one index that is developed by NITI Aayog. And another initiative is that in health sector, NITI Aayog has come out with a guideline or guidebook, and this guidebook was released on the World Health Day in 2016. So this guidebook will provide guidance to states and various districts in the states on public health or how to perform or improve the output in public health. Again, Composite Water Management Index. This is another index developed by NITI Aayog. Another index is School Education Quality Index or SEQI. Another one is Sustainable Development Goal India Index. Another index is Digital Transformation Index. So all these indices were developed by NITI Aayog, and these indices, they will measure the progress of states in India regarding respective sectors. For example, water management, education, sustainable development goal, digital transformation. So in their respective areas, the progress can be measured by using this index, and this index was developed by NITI Aayog. So this is done to assess the performance of the states on various parameters, especially the social sector parameters like health, education, etc. Now, another initiative by NITI Aayog was the Sustainable Action for Transforming Human Capital. This is also called SATH. And SATH is aimed at bringing transformation in two key social sectors. One is on education and the other one is on health. So, it aims to bring in a transformation in health and education in the country. And this is done through guiding the states. So, NITI Aayog is basically a policy think tank of Government of India. And one major focus of NITI Aayog is to enhance cooperative federalism. And this cooperative federalism is enhanced by facilitating the role of the state governments in India. Now, NITI Aayog as a policy think tank will initiate programs or schemes that will ensure that states have a better role in the developmental activity, or the involvement of state governments is increased in the economic policy making process, and this is done through adopting a bottom-up approach. That means from the grassroots level, involvement or participation is facilitated through various initiatives of NITI Aayog. So basically, the National Institution for Transforming India or the NITI Aayog facilitates the participation of state governments or the third tier of government in order to improve the cooperative federalism in the country. So, under the SATH initiative, guidance is provided to the state governments for improving their social sector indicators, and they are provided technical support for 3 years. And SATH is not for all the states. Various states are selected and those states will be given this. In case of education, certain states will be selected. In case of health also, certain states would be selected. And this selection of states would be through a unique challenge method. And for the education, we have seen SAT has two important components, education and health. Now coming to education, a major school consolidation and integration program has been initiated, and under this consolidation and integration program, over 26,000 schools are merged for better efficiencies and utilization of resources. So merging is done in order to enhance the utilization of the resources, and we have seen that certain states are selected. In case of health, states like UP, Assam and Karnataka were selected, and in case of education, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Jharkhand were selected. Now the next initiative is Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. This is to promote the unity of the country. From the name it is evident that Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, that means to promote the unity of the country, and this is achieved through long-term interstate engagements. India is a federal country. We have the union government, we also have different state governments, we also have the third tier of government. So cooperation and coordination between union and the states is necessary in order to maintain the unity of the country. So a long-term interstate engagement is enhanced through the scheme Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat, and this is done through cultural exchanges and educations. And under this scheme, various MOUs were signed between the center and the different states for education, cultural exchange, etc. And another initiative was that 100 commonly used conversational sentences. These commonly used conversational sentences that comes in our daily life, in everyday conversation. These sentences throughout India were identified, and this 100 sentences were translated into 22 Indian languages, and they were compiled in the form of a book and they were widely distributed. Now next initiative is the development support services to states, and this is support services for the development of infrastructure, and this initiative aims at addressing structural issues or bottleneck issues in project development, and also it aims to build institutional and organizational capacities. Under the scheme, a center-state partnership model has been developed so that public-private partnerships can be facilitated or enhanced for the infrastructural sector. So this is to address the issues in the infrastructural development of the states. So various services will be provided to the states in order to address their structural issues in developing infrastructure, and also center-state coordination would be ensured for improving the public-private partnership. Next initiative was the public-private partnership in health. NITI Aayog has come up with a guiding framework for development of states in their health sector. So this guiding framework will provide guidance to the state on developing their health infrastructure. And next initiative was to resolve the pending issues. All the pending issues with the central ministries from all the states and union territories have been expeditiously resolved. Another initiative was to support the State Human Development Report. NITI Aayog has supported or helped various states in the preparation of their State Human Development Reports. For example, states like Maharashtra, Assam, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Karnataka, Nagaland, Delhi, etc. were supported by NITI Aayog on the preparation of their State Human Development Report. NITI Aayog helped providing data and technical support to these states. Another important initiative of NITI Aayog was Aspirational Districts Program or the ADP. What is Aspirational District Program or ADP? Under this program, 115 districts were identified, and the aim was to rapidly transform this 115 identified districts. And the aim of this scheme was to realize the vision of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, that is collective efforts and inclusive growth. So in order to promote inclusive growth, 115 districts were identified and aimed at bringing in a transformation or a rapid transformation in this 115 districts. And also 49 key performance indicators were also identified. Key performance indicators means various parameters to measure the performance. For example, health and nutrition, education, agriculture, financial inclusion, skill development, infrastructure, etc. These are the indicators or parameters. So 49 key performance areas or indicators were developed, and in April 2018, NITI Aayog released the baseline ranking of these districts for them, and this was to ascertain their status in these sectors. And the Aspirational District Program or the ADP also provides a platform for other organizations like civil society organizations, private sector foundations, NGOs, etc. to work for the inclusive development. And also an aspirational district dashboard has been developed, and this is called Champions of Change. And this Champions of Change or this dashboard will collect the real-time data, and also this will provide a ranking across this 49 indicators for this districts. So these are in brief some of the initiatives of NITI Aayog. Now coming to inclusive growth. Government has targeted for Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. It means collective efforts and inclusive growth. So we will see what has been done in order to promote inclusive growth in the country. NITI Aayog has released new guidelines to the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, because Panchayati Raj institutions are the third tier of the government, and the Panchayati Raj institutions plays a vital role in bringing in participative democracy. So new guidelines were provided to Ministry of Panchayati Raj, and this was to enhance the role of Panchayati Raj institutions. And next, an expert committee was constituted for the restructuring of RGSA or the Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. What is Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan? The aim of Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan is to strengthen the Panchayati Raj system in the country and also to address the critical gaps that constrain the success of Panchayati Raj institutions. So a restructuring of Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan was necessary to improve or enhance the functioning of Panchayati Raj institutions in the country, and an expert committee was constituted. Now briefly about Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. The aim of this scheme is to enhance the capacity and effectiveness of Panchayats and Gram Sabhas. So improving the role of Panchayats and Gram Sabha, and this will also ensure that they have better say in the democratic decision making. This will improve the participation. Another aim is to strengthen the institutional structure and capacity building of panchayats. So, strengthening of Gram Sabhas and panchayats is the purpose of Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan. And after the constitution of this expert committee, Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan has become a centrally sponsored scheme from 2018-19 financial year to 2021-22 financial year, and this is to address the challenges faced by the states. NITI Aayog has also provided new guidelines. NITI Aayog has also provided new guidelines for earmarking of funds for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the new budgeting system, and this has been forwarded to the Ministry of Finance for necessary action. Next is the report on revamping of tribal research institutions. NITI Aayog has proposed to promote the tribal research institutions as top class research institutes and recommended necessary actions for that. NITI Aayog also developed a monitoring framework for SCSP and TSP. What is SCSP? SCSP is Scheduled Caste Sub-Plan. What is Scheduled Caste Sub-Plan? It is a central scheme where special central assistance is given to states and union territories. So under this special scheme, 100% grant is provided by the central government to various states and the union territories as an additive to Scheduled Caste Sub-Plan. So the monitoring framework has been developed by the NITI Aayog, and also for the TSP. TSP is Tribal Sub-Plan. Tribal Sub-Plan is the strategy for rapid socio-economic development of tribal people. So a monitoring framework for both the schemes have been provided by NITI Aayog, and this has been circulated to the nodal ministries. And the next one is gaps in the national policy for persons with disabilities has been identified. What is national policy for the persons with disabilities? It is a national policy that aims or seeks to create an environment that provides equal opportunities for the protection of the rights of persons with disabilities and also to ensure full participation in the society. So protection of rights equal opportunities and participation. These three are the important targets of national policy for persons with disabilities. So NITI Aayog also identified if there are any gaps in this policy, and the details were forwarded to the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities for the revision of the national policy. NITI Aayog as a think tank, it has conducted research and study in the matters of livelihood in left-wing extremist areas. And the report of the study has been provided to the central ministries, to the states and also other stakeholders for necessary actions. Next one is the NGO Turpin Portal. So NGO Turpin Portal is a platform that provides a space for interface between the NGOs or the VO, voluntary organizations, and key government or ministries or government departments. And this NGO Turpin Portal was developed as a dynamic database of NGOs in India. Already 43,000 NGOs have registered with the portal, and the portal is also designed for NGOs to obtain a unique ID. So the NGOs would be receiving a unique ID under this portal, and this ID will make them eligible to apply for any grants from the central ministry or from any government departments. So these were the attempts or initiatives taken by NITI Aayog in order to promote inclusive growth in the country. The year-end report of NITI Aayog is actually a lengthy document where you will find all the improvements or initiatives taken by NITI Aayog in various sectors of Indian economy, in the social sector, in the governance initiatives of the government, etc. You can find the full document of this NITI Aayog year-end report in PIB, or I have uploaded the document on my Facebook page. You can find it from my Facebook page as well. I will continue the lecture on NITI Aayog year-end report in one more lecture. The part 2 of this lecture will be available on the StudyIQ channel very soon, and with that we will cover the entire year-end report of NITI Aayog. Thank you.